Last January, you wrote down 4 things. Get in shape, read more, save money, be more present. And by February, there was nothing left to check any of it against. This is a printable book that replaces the list with one word, and then makes you look at that word 12 times before December. 10 questions to find it. 1 card to hang on the wall. 12 monthly check-ins to keep it. 40 pages, 7 sections, and no year printed anywhere in it. So the same file works again next January. Stay with me, because we are going to do the 10 questions together and land on a word. The book is linked in the first line of the description if you want it open while you watch. It prints on US letter or A4. Section 1 is 6 pages, and it is the part everybody skips. You close the year you just had. 1 line per month, 12 lines, and the instruction is what actually happened, not what you meant to do. Sick for 10 days, everything slid. Got the raise, felt less than I expected it to. Then what worked and what did not, specific enough that you would recognize it again in June. Then 2 columns. Carry forward. Sunday cooking, the morning walk, 1 empty night a week. Leave behind. Waiting for a better January. Most people start a new year on top of an old one that was never put away. That is the actual reason the goals repeat. Now the part worth doing with me. 10 questions across 3 pages, and the instruction at the top is answer fast. First thought, not best thought. You are looking for a pattern, not a paragraph. 1. What did you keep saying you would do and never did? Read. Actual books, not the first page of 40 of them. 2. Where did you feel most like yourself last year? Sunday morning, kitchen, nobody else awake yet. 3. What ran out first? Your time, your money, your patience, or your attention? Patience. It went first, and everything followed it. 4. Who did you want to be for the people in your house? Someone who does not raise his voice when the bike breaks. 5. What would you do differently if nobody were watching? Go slower, and stop apologizing for going slower. 6. What are you tired of explaining? Why I am tired. 7. If one thing got easier, which one would change the most? If I stopped starting over every 8 weeks. 8. What is the version of you next December do on an ordinary Tuesday? Same walk, same bedtime, same Sunday cooking. Boring on purpose. 9. What are you protecting this year? The evening, all of it. And 10. Read your answers back. What word keeps showing up underneath them? Go slower. Keep the plan I already have. Boring on purpose. Nobody in those answers is asking for a new plan. So you go to the shortlist. 6 candidates, and next to each one the line that does the work, what it would actually ask of you. Enough would ask you to stop adding and notice what is already here. Present, put the phone in a drawer after 7. Rooted, stop looking at other cities on Sunday nights. Finish, close 3 open things before opening a 4th. And then the test at the bottom of the page. Circle the one that makes you slightly uncomfortable. The comfortable word is the one you already live. The other one is this year. Enough is comfortable. Steady is not, because steady has nowhere to hide. So the word is steady. You write it once on the next page with 2 lines under it. Why you chose it? Because I do not need a new plan. I need to keep the one I already have. And how you will know it worked? When December looks a lot like March, and I am not embarrassed by that. That second line is a test you can actually run. 5 pages later is the word card. 1 page for each of the 5 colorways, and it is the only page that leaves the book. Trim the outer marks, and it drops straight into a standard 8 by 10 frame. Trim the inner marks instead, and you get a 5 by 7. Print it, put it where you make coffee, and the word stops being something you wrote in January. That is the front half of the book, and all of it is one quiet afternoon in January. The rest is the part that decides whether the word is still there in July. Now goals are allowed back in, but only 4 of them, because 4 fits in your head in the middle of a busy week. Anything past 4 is a list you read once. You name it, say why it matters, and write what done actually looks like, and done has to be something you could photograph. 2 exams passed, and the paperwork filed. 40 Tuesdays, unbooked, all the way through. Then the smallest first move for each. Then one thing per season, for seasons instead of dates, which is why the book never expires and no month is already behind before you open it. And then 8 lines of what you are saying no to, because a yes list without a no list is arithmetic that does not balance. 12 pages, 1 per month, all the same shape. The date you filled it in. The word, written again. How the month felt, scattered through settled. One win. One thing to let go. Where the word showed up. And one small thing for next month. January here. Wrote the word on a card and put it where I make coffee. Let go of the idea that January has to be dramatic. That is the whole page. Writing the word 12 times is not decoration. It is the mechanism. It is why you still know your word in July. The family page is 3 pages. 6 rows, 1 per person, and the last column is the point, how the rest of us help. Dana picks steady, and the help is, ask me on the 1st of the month. Theo picks brave, and the help is, go watch, do not coach. A word nobody helps you keep is just a nice thought. The last 2 pages are a letter to next December. You write it in January while the year is still theoretical. Fold the page over, seal the edge, and do not read it until the calendar runs out. 12 months later, there are 3 questions waiting. Did you live the word? What are the things you will actually remember? And what did the year teach you that a list could not? What actually lands in your folder? 10 print files, 5 colorways in US letter and A4. 2 feeable versions if you would rather type into it and print it after. An editable deck of 10 slides so you can change any wording. A gift certificate and a page on how to give it, because a lot of these are bought for somebody else. 16 files, and no year printed on any of them. If January is the month you write the same 4 things down and then never look at them again, this is the year you write 1 word instead. The Year Ahead book. 40 pages, undated, instant download. The link is the first line of the description. Print it tonight, do the 10 questions this weekend, and put the card where you make coffee. There is a whole shelf of these printable keepsakes on the channel, including one for the gratitude table and a family bucket list for the summer. See you in the next one.